Alright, welcome back. We have here another addition to our new inventory. One of our new cars here we got at our Homer City location. And this is a 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. Now this particular car does not have any external badging to really speak of. So they kept it clean, kept it really nice looking. Just like I said, clean fit and finish on everything. So underneath the car here, we're going to start with this. We're going to go through the underside, point out to you a lot of the key things here on this car, and then we'll obviously get it down off the lift and go around the outside for you. So starting here at the back, it's very easy to see that we've got a nice new fuel tank here. All new mounting hardware, the straps, the insulators that go between it, and all the mounting hardware itself. Those are all in good condition. Some of your electrical connections and so forth, they have them wrapped up with heat shield material to help protect them, because as you can see, this car does have the dual exhaust all the way back with the tailpipes that come out and exit between that leaf spring and the rear quarter panel on the car, just as it should. So again, they've taken all the necessary precautions to eliminate any kind of things happening there. Now this particular car is an electric fuel pump, and you'll see why, the reason for that whenever we get to the engine section here in the car. But as far as the rear running gear on the car, everything is top notch here. Starting out here with tires and wheels, we've got BF Goodrich G-Force Sport tires, both on the rear and the front. Now on the back, we've got 255/50 ZR16s. So these are 16-inch wheels, and those are both on the back as well as the front. They are American Racing Torque Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheel. So it's that 5-spoke design, and we'll get to see that when we let the car down. Inside of these rear wheels, for braking power on the rear of the car, we do have a set of disc brakes. Now these are aftermarket discs. Obviously these cars did not come with disc on the rear, but this is a very nice kit here. It's made by Stainless Steel Brake Corporation. So the calipers, rotors, everything, it's all one kit, complete with parking brake, and that's all hooked up here for you too as well. Now the rear end itself is a GM 10-bolt rear. It is a posi unit, but it's got the 8.2-inch ring gear in it, and you can tell that from the housing. If it had the real big lugs that kind of hung down here, that's a tall tale fact. It's got the bigger ring and pinion. This one though does have the 8.2, but I'm sure everything is nice and styled in here because again, they've spared no expense on transmission and with motor on this particular car. As you can see, we've got rear sway bar on this car. It does have a front one as well. So this car is going to handle very good. It's going to keep you nice and tight as far as the suspension goes. All the bushings, obviously, you can see mounting hardware, bushings, everything is all new back here on this setup. Again, the exhaust, that's all stainless steel exhaust. And this is MagnaFlow exhaust. So you know with MagnaFlow, you've got good stuff, good quality components. And again, the fit and finish on this stuff is second to none on that. So again, all nice stuff underneath the back end of the car. All right, here we are now standing underneath the center of our 67 Camaro here. Now we can go ahead and take a look at the floors, the rockers, the subframe that we can see back here, exhaust, and the transmission. So let's start with what I just started with there, and that's the floors. Floors are in really good condition here. Now, they have put in some replacement pieces here, but they've used the correct metal, so GM stamped steel metal for their floors. As you can see, everything's all matched up here, and they did it correctly. They've gone in and they've welded these in and seam sealed everything, so everything looks really good, and I hope you can see how nice of a job they did do through the camera here. Now as far as the exhaust work, like I said, we've got all stainless pipes back here. Got the crossover tubes right here, and then back to our MagnaFlow mufflers. Everything's all stainless again, so again, that's going to last you forever. And MagnaFlow, you know it's going to sound really, really good too whenever you have the engine running. As far as our subframe goes, the parts that you can see right now, those are in excellent shape, nice and square, nice and straight on those subframe rails. body mount bushings here, those are in real good condition too. They're not squashed down too excessively, and they're not split out in any way, so they're good shape. As I said, with our rear disc brake kit, we do have the parking brake hooked up, so that's what this is here. Cables all run back exactly as they should be. Your fuel lines and brake lines, those are all run good. And again, on your brake lines where you may have some tighter bends, guys will run that spiral wrapping around them to help protect against any kind of kinking. So again, you're going to have free flow of your brake fluid as you should. Now as far as transmission goes, it is an automatic, but this is the 700R4 automatic with overdrive here. So again, a nice transmission for when you want to get out on the highway and just cruise. These things are worth their money here. They're great transmissions here. Transmission cross member, it's in excellent shape. Bushing here looks like urethane there, so again it's going to be good, softly cushioned there, so again it's going to last too forever as far as that transmission mount goes. Now we do have the flywheel cover here too that helps protect against any dirt or debris getting in and causing any potential damage to that flywheel. You're not going to have that. And then they've also upgraded the starter to a mini high torque starter. Once again, because of the tight area down here with the headers and so forth, they've gone ahead and wrapped that with the heat shielding material to help protect that too against the excessive heat. As far as steering components, we'll just take a look at that real quick since it's kind of mounted to the back side here of our cross member. The tie rods are in excellent shape. All the rubber dust boot covers on all the ball joints, those are all intact, and you can tell that everything has been greased and maintained very regularly on this car. Everything looks to be in great condition. Alright, now we're underneath the front end of our 67 Camaro. We're going to finish up underneath here, so we'll just speak of our front running gear here, starting with the tires and the wheels. Again, tires are all matching. So again, you got your BF Goodrich G-Force Sport tires here. These are the 215/55 ZR16s. Again, 16-inch wheels, all four corners. And again, that's the American Racing Torque Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheels there. As far as braking power, again, this is an all four-wheel disc brake car. As I said, it's power disc brakes, and it's power disc brake with the Hydro Boost. So real nice unit up there as far as the master cylinder and everything goes. You'll see that once we open the hood up and go underneath there to take a look. As far as suspension, pretty much all stock components here. So your lower control arms and upper A arms, those are just your all stock factory steel stamp components. Looks like we have newer front springs in here, and you can tell paint's brand new on these things, the powder coating on them. So, and then we have KYB gas shocks up front here too to help cushion your ride. As I mentioned, we've got sway bars both on the front as well as on the back. All new components, you can tell by the mounting hardware, bushings, sway bar end links, they're all in great shape on this car. Something else that's in great shape on this car too, this front cross member. This is about as nice of a front cross member that I've seen on any of these older cars. Usually you can tell that they've been maybe, just skidded across something maybe at one point in their life. This thing is perfectly straight, looks great on this car. Anything else on here? I mean, we've already talked about the steering components. Those are in excellent shape. The motor, now this is actually a GM crate motor. It's the Goodwrench Target Master crate motor. It's a 350 cubic inch motor, and again, it's got the 700R4 transmission backing that up. And again, it's got some other components on it that we'll talk about when we get to under the hood. Other things that I can see underneath here, standing here, we've got the black front air dam here. This car does have an aluminum radiator in it also. Chrome electric fan in this car too. And as I'm looking up in here, we've got the all polished aluminum and chromed up serpentine front belt drive system on the front of this motor. So again, a lot of really good components on this car. Good running crate motor, a nice transmission package there, an awesome exhaust package too as well. So again, I don't think you're going to be unhappy with this car in any way. But we'll go ahead now and get this thing down off the lift. All right, now that we got our 1967 Camaro here down off the lift, we're going to take you around the outside, show you exactly how nice this car is now. You saw the bottom side, very nice underneath. So now you get to see the top side. So again, we've got this blue color here, kind of like a cross between like a Marina and a Le Mans blue, maybe more so towards a Marina blue. But again, you can see it's got the 2-inch cowl hood. It does have the white stripes up over the hood and down across the rear deck lid, and we'll show you that as we get there. But again, other than that, I mean, it's fairly plain, but it's very nicely done. Again, panel fitment and alignment on this car, really nice the whole way around. As I look down the sides, I've already done that on both sides, and this car is very nice and straight the whole way down the sides on both sides. Now, as far as what we see here, as far as bright work and moldings go, this car came into us minus the wheelet moldings and minus this rocker molding down here. We bought all that brand new, so all of this is brand new stuff. So wheel moldings and that rocker trim down below, all new stuff, so it's very nice, polished up real nice and straight as can be. Now, as far as tires and wheels go in this car, once again, all nice stuff here. We've got BF Goodrich G-Force Sport tires. Now on the front, we've got 215/55 ZR16s. Those are mounted on 16-inch American Racing Torque Thrust 2 polished aluminum wheels, that 5-spoke design that's real popular. Again, they've upped it to the 16-inch wheel size. Again, just, you know, gives it that appearance, a little more wheel, a little less tire. Real nice look on this car. It's got the Camaro emblems here on the back sides of the front fenders. And then as far as the door fitment goes, you can check out the gaps here on the front side, and then you can compare those to the back side. Not too bad on this car. And alignment, the elevation is dead on this car. Now this car does have the bright drip rail moldings as well. Those are in good shape here too, no dents or dings. Nice and straight, polished up real nice. It's also got the chrome mirror over here on the driver's side door as well. All of your trim around your wing windows here too, or your vent windows, it's in real good shape too. Again, polished up real nice. The glass in those is real good too. So let's go ahead and open our door up real quick. Again, we do this all the time here, just kind of take a quick peek before we actually get to the interior. And again, it's just an all black, just standard vinyl interior in this car. As far as our weather stripping and seals around the door and around the top side here of your door frames, that's all in really good condition. There's no cracks or tears or any chunks taken out of those seals. So again, those should seal up just fine from the elements. It does have the little rubber bump stops both on the top and down here at the bottom. And your door jamb U-seals here are in good shape too for your rear quarter windows. So we'll go ahead and close this up now. Door closes nice and easy. So again, that tells you how well it's adjusted. Quarter panel then, again, nice and straight on this car. Those bright wheelet moldings, again, brand new. The BF Goodrich G-Force Sport tires. Now on the back, a little different size here. We've got 255/50 ZR16s, but again, all four wheels are 16-inch. All right, now we're standing around the back side of our Camaro here. So we'll take a look at the glass up here. Glass is in real good shape. You can see it is tinted glass back here for the rear window. And then of course your bright work or your trim molding around it is in excellent shape too. Very highly polished, nice and straight, no dents or dings in it. As far as your trunk here goes, real nice fitment on this trunk. So your gaps the whole way around, very uniform. Elevations are really good on this trunk lid. And of course you have the rear trunk spoiler here. As I said, you've got those white Z or rally stripes that start at the hood and come back here on the rear deck lid just as they should. As far as the tail panel goes, you can see still painted that nice blue color that the rest of the car is. Taillight bezels and trim around the taillights, excellent condition. No pitting on any of these pieces. where it should be black, it is. There's no scratches or any pieces flaked off. Excellent condition. Lenses also, those are in excellent shape too. There's no cracks or chips in any of the lenses, neither your backup lights nor your tail lights. Just got a regular traditional gas lid here, fuel tank lid. Again, there's no special badging on the car, so it's just a nice clean look. And then this rear bumper, the chrome on it's fantastic. Again, you couldn't ask for anything better. Polished up, real high finish there. Looks like a mirror. As far as the lower valance go, it's in excellent shape too. And from the underside video we saw, it's got the dual exhaust, dual tailpipes exiting out between the leaf springs and the rear quarter panels. So that's basically that across the back end here. We're going to go ahead and open our trunk up now. Now you saw from the underside that the trunk floor pans are in excellent shape on this car. Really nice stuff. You can see that our weather stripping and seals around the trunk here are in excellent condition too. Those look to be pretty new, if not new. Again, nice and soft here yet. There's no cracks or tears out of any of that. Got the little rubber bump stops here too on the trunk lid to help cushion that. And then the inside of the trunk, they've got a real nice carpet mat in here. And then underneath that carpeting, I don't know if you can see or not, but they do have kind of like that Dynamat insulating material for sound deadening in here. Real nice stuff here. It's got like a self-adhesive backing to it. They've got it laid down in and trimmed around the wheel wells. So a real nice job done on the inside of the trunk. And that's basically it for back here. We'll go ahead and close this up now. Now here we are on the passenger side. Again, this side of the car, just like the other side, nice and straight the whole way down the side of the car. So panel fitment and alignment, real nice back here as well. Again, I've already mentioned our wheel lip moldings here and that rocker trim along the bottom edge of the door there. That's all brand new. So again, you don't have to worry about it being in good condition because it's all new. Nice and straight, very high polished up there, so it looks really good. Got that bright drip rail molding there too. And this side, just like the other side, polished up nice and straight as can be too. No dents or dings in any of that. Door gaps here. You can look at the door gap on the back and the door gap up front here. Again, very uniform, and your elevations are really good on this side too. We'll go ahead and open this side up as well. And again, over here, just like we had on the other side, we've got the little rubber bump stops both on the top as well as down at the bottom. Our weather stripping and seals around the door are in excellent shape, as well as the seals up along the top side here of the glass in excellent condition. Our threshold plates, those look really good on this car too. Door panels, couldn't ask them to look any nicer. And our seat upholstery, the covers, the carpeting, dash pad, all of that in excellent shape on this car. As you can see, the door shuts real nice and easy on that side as well. Now this side over here does not have the mirror. They've just elected to go ahead and do the one on the driver's side. But again, that's kind of commonplace in these cars. Even your trim around your vent window on this side too is in excellent condition, as well as the glass itself. As far as windshield goes, it's in great shape too. Windshield even looks to be a slightly tinted glass too, and it's in excellent shape as well, along with all the trim and molding around that. So we'll come up now towards the front here on the fender. We've got the Camaro emblems right here, the bright wheel lip moldings, our 16-inch tall diameter American Racing torque those two wheels with the BF Goodrich G-Force Sport tires there as well. And here we are now, finally made our way all around to the front end of the car here. And as you can see, everything up here so far, what we've been around and up here is really, really nice on this car. What we have up front here are all black grille here with some of the bright work, the trim around it here. The grille itself is in excellent shape. Very nice black trim around this thing. All of your bezels here around all of your lights, your marker lights, as well as your headlights, are in excellent condition. Again, most of this stuff is going to be fairly new, if not brand new on this car. It looks great. Our front bumper here too, chrome front bumper, very, very nice. Both of these bumpers are in excellent condition on this car. And then we also have that black front air dam on the front of this car too as well. Header panel looks to be in real great shape. Our headlights here, those are your traditional sealed beam lights. So again, glass lenses, and they're in excellent shape. There's no cracks or chips in any of the glass lenses. Our hood, as I mentioned, it's a 2-inch steel cowl induction hood. Our gaps around this hood are excellent, very uniform side to side. And then our elevations are great too. They match up real good with the fenders on both sides. As I said, we've got those white stripes up over the front of the car here. Everything looks really good on this car, and those stripes are painted on. They are not vinyl, and they did an excellent job painting them on too. So let's go ahead and open this up, and we'll take a look at what we got here under the hood. First and foremost, the underside of our hood's painted the same blue as the exterior of the car, so nicely done here. And then as far as the engine goes, now this is a crate motor. This is a Goodrich Target Master 350 cubic inch crate motor. And those are good, base items to have in your car. All good equipment with these cars. Now this one's got some upgrades though, and we'll talk about that right now. Underneath the chrome air cleaner here, you're going to see an aluminum intake that houses a fuel injection unit on top of it. Now the fuel injection unit that they've used here is an Edelbrock Weber Pro Flow fuel injection. It is not a throttle body injection. It is a rail type injection unit. So a real nice unit for on this car, and it runs great. Again, I said chrome air cleaner. It's got what looks to be a K&N style air cleaner on it. I'm not sure if it's actually K&N, but it is that particular style, so it looks to be a reusable, cleanable air filter element. We've got chrome valve covers there with a valve cover breather, as well as the PCV valve. Now, if you look back in here where your brake master cylinder is, might look a little bit unusual here for most, but this is a power disc brake car, and what that is it's power brake with the Hydro Boost. So a little bit different looking unit on there, but again, a lot of times these cars, if they've got a little bit of a cam or some engine work done to them, it takes vacuum away from the motor, therefore your brakes aren't as good as what they could be. When you have that Hydro Boost unit in there, you're going to have good power brakes at all times on the car. This car also has a nice serpentine belt drive unit here on the front of the motor, so a lot of it's either polished aluminum or chrome, like your water pump, polished aluminum water pump. You've got a chrome power steering reservoir, the chrome alternator on the front of this thing. Everything looks really, really nice on this front end of this motor. Aluminum radiator, and then it's also got a chromed electric fan in here too. So they've got it dressed up pretty good underneath here. As you can see, it's got all the heater lines here run. It's got an Edelbrock ignition amplifier back here on the firewall, and that goes along with the HEI ignition that's back there, the HEI distributor. So again, they've upgraded both the fuel and the spark on this thing. So again, you're going to have a much better, much more efficient car here as far as that goes. Ceramic coated headers on this thing too, so you're going to make it breathe a lot better as well. And it's just an all-around really nice unit underneath this hood. So again, with the combination of this crate motor, and then we said it's got that 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission in it, this car is going to be an excellent car to take out and just cruise as long as what you want to, and it's going to be a real nice car for you. Alright, now we're sitting inside our 1967 Camaro, so we'll go through what we're looking at here on the interior of the car now. Starting out at the door panels, again, this is all looks like fairly new, if not brand new interior in this car. So newer door panels there. Again, this is just your standard vinyl interior for this car, but those door panels look great. As far as when we come inside now, This is going to be your factory dash. Got the padded dash on top here. That's in excellent shape. There's no cracks or dry rots or anything like that. This looks to be all new too. We've got, looks to be a newly added Grant steering wheel, and this is a tilt wheel for this car too. So again, you're going to be able to adjust the height of that steering wheel and make you as comfortable as you can be in this car. Factory style instrumentation, I'll say. It's got the speedo in there along with a tach, and then your oil gauge within that tachometer. That's what's inside the dash. Now, they are not the factory gauges, but they're mounted in factory location on this car. No modifications done whatsoever to mount those gauges in there. Got the factory heater controls over here, and then you'll notice that this is a radio delete car, so there's no holes or anything here. They put the plate in to completely eliminate that radio. Now down here in the center, they did make a custom center console down here. It's got your B&M shifter here for your 700 R4 transmission. And then in that center console, they've gone ahead and mounted 3 gauges. Now these are autometer gauges, Pro Comp Ultra Light. So they kind of have like a silver face to them. We've got a voltmeter gauge, a fuel gauge, and your water temperature gauge down here so that you can better monitor all that stuff. Again, your oil pressure gauge is up there along with your tach, so you can keep an eye on all of those important things while you're out driving. Headliner itself, this thing's in perfect condition. There's no rips or tears. All of your bows are included here, and that headliner's tied up nice and tight the whole way from front to back. Your sail panels in the back, those are nice and taut too. Again, material and the upholstery work done on those is perfect. Again, all of your seals and your trim work on the inside here is in good shape. A-pillars are in good shape too. As far as the seats go, your upholstery, your seat covers on all of these, both front and rear, are in great shape too. Again, there's no rips or tears in any of the seat upholstery. Your carpeting is in really, really good condition too. There's no fades, no tears. Again, most of this stuff fairly new, if not brand new, on this car from the looks of things. One thing I do want to mention though, with this transmission, this does have a little bit higher stall speed converter in it. So it does have a switch. There's a label here, and you have to manually operate the torque converter lockup switch whenever you're out on the highway cruising. So when you're in 4th gear, you have to make sure that that lockout switch is on, because again, that torque converter, it operates off a higher RPM. So when you're in 4th gear and your RPM drop, it would seem like that your transmission is slipping, but it's not. It's just because of the torque converter that's in it. So you have to use that switch. It locks it up, and you have no problems whatsoever. Again, it's just a more of a performance torque converter, and that's just one of the things that you have to do with that. Seat belts, all the seat belts are here. So front seat belts, back seat belts, all included here. So that's pretty much everything here on this car. So again, the only thing we have left to do is that engine run. We're going to get to that here in a moment, but before we do that, if you have any questions about this car or any other car that we have in our inventory, definitely give us a call or shoot us an email. You can also visit us at our company website, which is www.hanksters.com.